Yo!
Ninjas, silent figures lurking in the shadows of history. Their success on the battlefield, in covert operations, and in espionage wasn't solely due to their exceptional skills, but also to the unique tools and weapons they wielded. Relying on their unique tools and weapons for success in battle and espionage. Their equipment was designed for multiple purposes: combat, infiltration, and quick escapes. Shurikens, grappling hooks, and specialized footwear allowed ninjas to move silently, scale walls, and even walk on water. The ninja's arsenal was adaptable, with different tools used strategically to confuse enemies, gather intelligence, or eliminate targets. This diverse toolkit greatly enhanced the ninja's abilities in stealth, combat, and covert operations. By skillfully employing their specialized equipment, ninjas were able to complete dangerous missions and strike from the shadows. The ingenuity and effectiveness of ninja tools and weapons played a crucial role in making them legendary figures of feudal Japan. Today, we dive into the secrets and cleverness behind the various tools and weapons mastered by ninjas. First, we introduce the ninja sword, shinobi katana, not primary weapon of the ninja. Shorter than a traditional katana, it enhanced agility and mobility for stealth missions and swift combat. The tsuba, guard of the ninja sword, was relatively large and square-shaped, allowing it to be used as a foothold for climbing. While regular swords typically have a sajo attached to the scabbard, the ninja sword's seijo was longer than usual, allowing the ninja to use the sword as a 1-meter-high step and then retrieve it afterward. The scabbard was coated in black, but with a matte finish to avoid reflecting light. Tekokagi and Tagaki were specialized close combat weapons. Tekokagi featured sharp claws on the back of the hand for quick attacks and defense. Tagaki, a handheld hook, entangled enemy weapons and aided in climbing. Shuriken and Fundotsugute were small throwing weapons used to confuse or immobilize enemies from afar. Shuriken came in various shapes and could incapacitate opponents with a single hit. Fundotsugute involved throwing weighted objects to strike and disorient enemies at a distance. Kusarigama, a weapon combining a sickle and chain, which could entangle enemies from a distance and strike with the sickle at close range. The Manriki Gusari, a short chain with weights on each end, could immobilize or disarm opponents. Its compact size made it ideal for surprise attacks. Sujin-gama, featuring blades on both ends, was effective for long range and close combat. Its dual blades allowed ninjas to maintain tactical advantage. The Fukiya-Jutsu, or blowgun, was a silent weapon for stealth attacks. Poison-tipped darts ensured missions could be completed undetected. This tool was crucial for quietly eliminating enemies. These weapons supported the ninja's combat style and were vital tools for outmaneuvering enemies, whether in battle, covert operations, or direct confrontations. These weapons empowered the ninja in ways words cannot express. The ninja's weaponry reflected their need for versatility, stealth, and efficiency. Every tool had multiple uses, maximizing effectiveness while minimizing what needed to be carried. This approach to weaponry mirrored the ninja's overall philosophy of adaptability and resourcefulness. By mastering these varied weapons, ninjas became formidable opponents capable of succeeding in a wide range of missions and combat scenarios. In the next episode, we focus on the special tools that aided ninjas in stealth, revealing their secrets. A ninja's mission was to move like a shadow, invisible to the enemy. Their success depended on avoiding detection and leaving no trace behind. To achieve this, ninjas relied on special tools and techniques that enabled them to carry out their stealth missions. The kaganawa was a versatile tool used by ninjas. This long rope with a hook at the end was primarily used for scaling walls, but its functionality went beyond that. Ninjas also used the kaganawa for quick escapes and infiltration. During infiltration missions, ninjas would silently throw the kaganawa and climb swiftly, entering enemy strongholds without being detected. The rope part was also used to toady up an enemy captured alive. Next, we have the mizugumo, a tool often said to have been used by ninjas to walk on water. However, in reality, the mizugumo couldn't allow ninjas to walk on water. Instead, it was likely used for moving quietly along the edges of water bodies or for camouflage while hiding in shallow water. The mizugumo was designed to minimize sound and disturbance when moving near water, allowing the ninja to stay undetected by the enemy. It wasn't about walking on water, but rather using water to their advantage for silent movements and hiding. The kakuramino was a vital tool for ninja stealth missions. This cloak allowed the ninja to blend into their surroundings, disappearing from sight using simple yet effective camouflage techniques. When infiltrating enemy territories or escaping, kakuramino helped the ninja vanish from sight. By merging with the trees, grass, or shadows, ninjas could hide in plain sight and avoid detection. In addition, it was only foldable and was used to remove locked pillars and doors. Tatami no mi. Subogiri, a drill for making round holes in earthen walls, storehouses, etc. They peeked into the garden and interior of the house through holes, introduced blowguns and sleeping pills, and entered the mansion. Gosenkugi, used when climbing stone walls, it was also applied to shuriken. Kurokagi, a universal key for all areas. This is a special duplicate key that can be used to open the front of a storehouse. It comes in two sizes, large and small. Kunai, a tool for digging soil. They were used to sneak into storehouses and house and were also used as hooks and restraints to secure ladders. There are large, medium, and small sizes. Tuki ninjas easily climbed castle walls and stone walls that ordinary people could not climb. Depending on the situation, ninjas use a variety of tools, toki, such as meki ladders, bamboo ladders, and rope ladders, and kamayari, which use hooked sickle-shaped parts to climb up walls. However, sometimes he did not carry these tools with him so as not to attract suspicion, and instead made good use of agricultural tools, such as bundling 4 sickles together and using them like an anchor. Karakuri kagi. There are several types of keys, and various keys have come out. Kaginawa. Depending on your ingenuity, it can be used in a wide variety of ways, such as throwing a hook into a high place to climb a wall tying up an enemy, or stepping off an enemy's feet. Mizukaki. Like the Mizugumo, it is a type of swamp float, a tool for crossing swamp digging. It was smaller than a water spider, making it convenient to carry. Cutting the ropes of Abatis and the ropes of Naruko. Warazi, light and easy to walk on steep slopes or snow-covered roads where there is a risk of slipping. A non-slip pad with protrusions is attached to the bottom of the sandals so that you can act quickly. Shinobi Shokudai. During night raids, this key was driven into a pillar to create an improvised candlestick. A versatile saw. There are 2 types of double-edged saws, large, medium, and small. The larger ones were used for cutting hedges and doorstops, and the smaller ones were hidden in collars and used when breaking out of prison and escaping. Makibishi tools scattered on the ground to escape pursuers. Due to its shape, the sharp end of the makibishi will always point upwards, no matter how it rolls. So it was a very effective means of stopping people in the days when people didn't have the habit of wearing shoes. The Kaginawa, Mizugumo, and Kakuramino, along with many other tools, were all special equipment that supported the ninjas' stealth operations. By skillfully using these tools, ninjas were able to carry out their missions without being detected by the enemy, and in doing so, they left their mark on history. Next time, we will focus on the clothing and armor of the ninja. Ninja attire and armor were critical to the success of their covert operations. Their clothing was specifically engineered to enhance stealth and agility, while their armor provided vital protection without compromising mobility. The basic ninja outfit, known as the Shinobi Shozoku, included several key components. The upper garment featured a simple design with collar that covered the body. Crucial for concealment, place a mirror made of copper or iron in the left front section. It also protects the heart. Same goes for the right side. A hood masked the ninja's face, while maintaining visibility and preventing light reflection. It was used as a long cloth to carry the victim, and when climbing a fence, gauntlets protected the wrists without limiting dexterity. On the outside of his arm, he hid a stick shuriken, a long and thin knife, and a small knife. Loose hakama trousers allowed freedom of movement, while leggings safeguarded the ankles and enabled silent motion. He had a stick shuriken or a long, thin knife hidden in front of his shin. It also protects your shins. He could also easily draw his weapon during combat. Ninjas prioritized lightweight armor that wouldn't hinder their agility. Their armor was more flexible than that of samurai, permitting swift, stealthy movement while still offering protection. Chainmail, known as kusari katabira, defended day against sharp weapons while remaining pliable. However, although it is often thought to protect against swords and shuriken, it was actually heavy and was not often worn. In fact, it is said that they were worn during training to take advantage of their weight and improve their jumping ability. A lightweight breastplate shielded vital organs without impeding stealth. A breastplate worn by ninjas to protect against guns and is now known as a bulletproof vest. Ninjas also utilized specialized concealed weapons that provided tactical advantages. The shikomizue appeared to be an ordinary cane, but concealed a blade inside, allowing ninjas to carry it inconspicuously and deploy it when needed. A staff carried by a traveler to cross a checkpoint, or a staff disguised as a monk with a sword attached. The hyuchigama, a chain sickle, could entangle enemies and strike with its blade. It also incorporated a fire-striking mechanism, enabling ninjas to create fire on demand. The careful design of ninja attire and armor exemplifies their strategic approach to espionage and combat. Every element served a dual purpose, enhancing stealth capabilities while providing necessary protection. This equipment allowed ninjas to move swiftly, remain undetected, and complete their missions effectively. From the concealing hood to the multifunctional weapons, each piece played a vital role in the ninja's arsenal. The integration of form and function in ninja gear demonstrates the ingenuity and practicality that were hallmarks of these legendary covert operatives. Their attire and armor were not merely protective equipment, but sophisticated tools that supported their unique methods of warfare and espionage.
Fire has been a crucial element in human civilization for millennia, but its use has evolved dramatically over time. In the modern era, we take for granted the ease with which we can ignite flames at the touch of a button. However, during the Sengoku and Edo periods of Japanese history, when ninjas were at the height of their influence, fire starting was a far more complex and nuanced skill. Ninjas, known for their adaptability and ingenuity, developed a wide array of fire-based tools and techniques to aid in their clandestine operations. These ranged from weapons to escape aids and communication devices. As new technologies arrived from foreign lands, ninjas were quick to incorporate them into their arsenal. They mastered the use of gunpowder and became adept with matchlock guns, integrating these cutting-edge weapons into their existing skill set. One particularly impressive technique developed by ninjas was the ability to create vertical smoke signals. This method allowed them to communicate over long distances without their messages. The main point of the existing ninjutsu books is as follows. Dig a hole in the ground, fill it with straw mixed with wolf dung and pine needles, light a fire, and then stand a large piece of bamboo with a hollowed-out knot in the center, and let out smoke. This is a device that allows smoke to rise straight up without being affected by wind, allowing it to travel further. Such innovations demonstrate the ninjas' remarkable ability to adapt and improve upon existing technologies. The ninjas' fire-based tools were diverse and multifunctional. Some were designed for offensive purposes, serving as weapons in combat situations. Others were crucial for facilitating stealthy escapes. Odutu ninjas developed large-caliber cannons, long guns, and wooden cannons, and used them skillfully. Wooden cannons are particularly suited for killing and wounding large numbers of enemies at once, as they can shoot iron and lead bullets and are filled with iron pieces and pebbles. There was no such permission. Kayakure, it contained gunpowder and smoke glass, used without getting wet. Hyakuraiju works similar to firecrackers, make a continuous roaring sound. A bow arrow used to send signals to allies. They were arrows from a bow, similar to modern rocket fireworks, and were used to send signals to allies or launch them into enemy formations to disrupt them. There was also something like a hand-thrown bomb called horibiya. Horokuhiya is a round earthenware called horoku, or a similar-shaped earthenware, pot filled with gunpowder, which ignites the fuse and causes an explosion. Similar to a modern hand grenade, get used to it, it's a firearm. The impact of the explosion and the flying flames not only injured enemy soldiers, but also had the potential to start a fire inside enemy lines, as there were many flammable materials such as wood and cloth at the time. Toribiho corresponds to what we call a flamethrower in modern times. It is said that a tube approximately 30 centimeters long was filled with iron sand and gunpowder, and a flame was emitted from the firing, toward a range of 5 to 6 meters. Uzumebi, a buried fire, is a firearm that is a wooden box filled with gunpowder that is buried in the ground and causes an explosion when stepped on. It is a device similar to modern landmines. The principle behind the explosion is that a piece of bamboo is placed on top of the gunpowder packed in a box, and a lit matchlock is placed on top of the bamboo partition, separating the gunpowder and the matchlock. When a person stepped through the box, the bamboo broke and the matchlock ignited the gunpowder, causing an explosion and injuring enemy soldiers with the blast. Communication tools, like the aforementioned vertical smoke signals, were essential for coordinating complex operations across vast distances. These fire-based ninja tools weren't just practical, they also represented the ninjas' philosophy of turning everyday elements into powerful assets. By mastering fire, ninjas expanded their capabilities and increased their effectiveness in espionage, sabotage, and other covert activities. Their innovative use of fire exemplifies the ninjas' core principles of adaptability, resourcefulness, and constant improvement. The legacy of these fire-based ninja tools continues to fascinate us today. They serve as a testament to the ingenuity and skill of these shadowy warriors, reminding us of a time when creating and controlling fire was a complex art form, crucial to survival and success in the world of covert operations.
Ninja blades drifting tight in the shadows, out of sight, climbing walls, moving fast, straight the enemy, make it last. Ninja blades drifting tight in the shadows, out of sight, climbing walls, moving fast, straight the enemy, make it last. Shuriken fly, cutting clean, fundo to booted unseen. Kusarigama swings real wide, ninjas weapons by their side. Tekokagi claws and snatches on the foes they can't catch. Fukiisu, dart and flight, silence kills out of sight. Shuriken fly, cutting clean, fundo to booted unseen. Kusarigama swings real wide, ninjas weapons by their side. Sojingama double blades, quick to strike, no delays, moving silent in the night, ninja's tools, deadly might. Shuriken fly, cutting clean, fundo to booted unseen. Kusarigama swings real wide, ninjas weapons by their side. Running fast through the dark, ninjas tools leave no mark. In the shadows they deceive, ninjas are your best belief.